Hi guys, welcome back to Devastrology. Good morning, good evening, everybody. Um, I am having some cold today, guys. So please bear with me. I might not be at my best. I think my nose might be acting weird today, but I see questions have already started coming in. So yeah, let's get started. All right. So Ritik has the first question. 24th March 1999. March 1999. 11:52 a.m. Indore. Um, so the question is that my fifth lord and 11th lord are changing places. Fifth lord, yeah. I think I looked at this chart last time itself. Saturn was debilitated, um, and I had talked about it. So is it a good placement being Saturn and Mars also there? See, I'll tell you. Uh, that mutual exchange is happening, which is good. Um, but the point is that Saturn is debilitated. And in fact, I just commented it in my latest video as well when I was running through, I think, the second Lord in all houses video. I've discussed about it. Guys, I'm not sure if you're watching those videos as well, because a lot of these questions I do answer in some of my videos as well. So please spare some time and watch the videos. There is a lot of stuff that you could learn and assimilate. And what I had mentioned in that video was that a lot of times you will see that a particular debilitation in a particular planet or exaltation or exchange, etc., while it might not give you a feeling that, okay, this is not happening in my chart, it might not be an obvious impact to you, but something else might come into play. So, debilitated Saturn in 11th, I predicted it to the person who was doing, a personal reading with me. I said that maybe it can have an impact on your studies. There could have been some delays or gaps that would have come in your education. He said no. I said I expect maybe something in future would come into play where the kid's birth could get impacted. And I mean, of course, he was a bachelor guy. But in the conversation, he somewhere ended up mentioning that his elder brother was formed with a lot of was born with a few physical deformities, and that's where you realize that 11th house also denotes elder siblings, right? So in his case, that was the play. This could also mean that there could be delay in your earnings. There will be a constant flow, but let's say you are running a business, every time the payments will come after a certain gap or hold. So I'm glad, Ritik, you asked a general question that can help everybody, and that's why I'm taking a couple of minutes to respond to this so that everybody can benefit out of this. But see, fifth and 11th exchange is not a bad one. And again, there are few people who keep coming to the comments on the chat and say that 11th is XYZ bad, and Dave, you're not predicting it right, blah blah blah. Guys, every house can have multiple analogies. It can have multiple explanations. So please try and see. My goal is to give you an indicator how to think so that you can understand what it could mean to you. Doesn't mean that Dev is wrong, and doesn't mean that Dev is always perfect. My goal is not to give perfect answers, but to trigger that thought process. And I see, we are succeeding. One more thing is that when we are talking about 11th house, since Ritik, this question is coming from you, I will address it for the larger group as well here. When 11th house is in concern, while I keep on talking about gains, wish fulfillment, blah blah blah, it is sixth from sixth. It is the destruction of your enemies and gain from your enemies as well, and the loss of your enemies, so to speak. Remember, a lot of times it can impact your character as well. And I've not been saying this in my videos because nobody likes to hear that I'm characterless or my behavior is not in the right direction and things like that. uh, you might want to think in those aspects as well. Debilitated Saturn could also reduce your friend circle. It is a networking sign and it could reduce your friend circle as well. That is another impact possible. So think of all possibilities, and then you will understand. Guys, when I keep on saying learn to rule your planets, what the hell do I mean by it? All I'm trying to say is understand what challenges you could face and then try to overcome it. Don't think remedy is, eating cloves. Like I'm eating a clove, I eat a clove every morning. It's not for the remedy of Saturn. Partially it is, yes, but the idea is that am I addressing my physical being or not? Okay, so that's the idea. And somebody has just boss, this sounds a little, this is actually a little thing that I need to fix, but somebody has just broken the flow in terms of um, the walkthrough. So we'll have to pick up Gautam and address his question. So I hope, Ritik, you kind of got the response that I was referring to, and that helps you. Okay. uh, Quickly addressing the question 1995, 7:45 a.m. Patna. Okay. So, completed my master's abroad. Wanted to know if my chart supports research or PhD. You're a Cancer Lagna. Your Lagna Lord is sitting with Ketu in the 10th house. And it is sitting in the sign of Aries. And then you have Jupiter in retrograde in Scorpio in the 5th house. Mars is sitting in the 2nd house, aspecting your 8th house. And 8th house Lord is sitting second to itself in the sign of Pisces in the 9th house. So, one thing I would want to call out is, and this is just bouncing off very wildly to me, when the moon is in the 10th house, typically it results in a lot of career breaks. And this career breaks could be wanted, it could be unwanted, but they are not bad for your career. Essentially, you might end up taking a sabbatical to learn something. uh, Gautam, I'm assuming you're a guy, so in your case it might not be applicable, but still it could be actually. A lot of time, women, they have to take breaks because of maternity breaks and stuff. So those kind of issues keep on cropping up. Okay. Here it is impacting with Ketu and Rahu as well. So you have to be aware that there will be a lot of stress, tension that will come in your workspace, and it'll be there for long. Now, y- Rahu is aspecting your 8th house, and it is the co-owner of that house as well, and the lord of that is sitting second to itself in the ninth. So the placement of Saturn is in a brilliant place. Okay. And your Bhagesh is sitting in the 5th house, ninth lord, ninth to itself. So the question is, does your chart support research or PhD or not? The answer is it is completely driven by how you want to drive your career in that space. If you bring intent to do it, luck will start favoring you. Okay. But the initial step, so for example, if you have to get an admission into a particular college, you have to define what kind of stream you want to follow. There are certain schools good with btech something, sorry, with, let's say, computer science. Other are good with electronics. You decide which college, and then things start favoring you. Same thing is going to happen in this case as well. uh, by the way, initially some obstacles could come, but Rahu is in a very good placement. It is in the 4th house in the sign of Venus, so that should be helpful. And Venus is sitting in the own sign of gains. So if you connect all these dots together, okay, it's gonna be prominently helpful for you. And Mars is also aspecting that house, which is good, and it is the Lord of 10th. So it is going to be impactful to your career. Last but not the least, you are running Moon Mahadasha, so make good use of it. Because in this Dasha, you are currently under Moon Jupiter. It's a very, very good Dasha. If you've not had a chance to watch my Moon Mahadasha video, please do that. It will give you that clarity. So, yes, in short, the answer to your question is it will absolutely be helpful for your career. Uh, Nishant, Nishant's question is 16 10 2001. um 7 11 a.m. Guys, I'm thinking one thing. I think I will try and break the live readings into two parts. I will open membership so that paid people can actually be part of that, and it is a dedicated forum only for people who are paying for the readings, and they get more time as well. Okay. And for the free readings, alternate sessions are there so that it can help others as well. And my goal always is to help people out here. And I just get this thought right now while I'm writing this. So I thought I'll speak it out, guys. I need to address this so that everybody is taken care of. Okay. So, Nishant Rai, your question is date of birth 16. I'll just validate it. 16 October 16, 2001. Yes. Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, 7:11 a.m. Perfect. So, want to go masters abroad? Can you see the time period? Also, what career field is? Very high chances of you going abroad. Your Mercury is exalted in the 12th house. It is forming Buddha Titi Yoga. It is also sitting with a second luminary, which is Moon. Moon is the Lord of 10th and sitting third to itself. So in your career, you'll have to plan for things. Okay. Um, and then what would happen is that your 11th Lord Sun is sitting second to itself. Very, very strong connection of that happening in your career. Okay, Nishant. Now I'm assuming masters he bola, correct. So you've asked for masters. You are currently running Rahu Dasha. Okay. Rahu is the sign of all foreign connections and possibilities. And you are currently undergoing Rahu Venus all the way till October 2026. In fact, until April, until June, until September. This year is very good, boss, for you. Because all the way to Rahu, Venus, Moon, all the planets associated with your international travel, and Rahu is going to impact your long distance travel. Plus, the Lord of Ninth sitting 1, 2, 3, 4 houses away from itself. It's a definite possibility that you should be able to crack this. I mean, your period is all the way to September 2024. If it doesn't happen during that period, again, good period after November all the way till September of next year as well. Okay, so you're running a good dasha, Nishant. You should be able to. I hope you are applying to colleges left, right, and center. Okay, so next question is that of Sprinkle. Okay, Sandeep, I have put your name as Sprinkle. Sorry. 2nd of September, 1989, 11 55 a.m. 11:55 a.m. Kolkata. And I will quickly come back to the flow as well that others have put their questions. So guys, don't worry, I'm not skipping anybody. It's just that if somebody pays, it puts a priority list on my end, and YouTube keeps on prompting that I have to address it. So it's a distraction. That's why I need to pick up these questions. Uh, so how's the wealth in my chart? When will I get married, and where to find my would be spouse? You're a Scorpio ascendant, Saturn in retrograde in the second house, Rahu in its own sign, very nice, in the fourth house. So the first thing I want to tell you, Ketu is in 10th, Jupiter is sitting in 8th, Mars and Sun are also in your 10th house. Brilliant. So Dhwaj Kirti Yoga is getting formed with Sun and Ketu, and then Mars is also sitting there. Ketu is halaki of the lowest degree, and then you have in 6th. Is this a real chart? Mercury in exaltation in 11th with Moon and Venus. Very good placement. So you are definitely gonna build good wealth, Sandeep. I see that your asset creation and everything is going to be huge. It's going to be big. um, Jupiter is aspecting Saturn in its own sign, which is a good thing for that to happen. So that means you're going to be saving your wealth as well. Sun is getting directional strength in the 10th house along with Mars, so it's a very good placement there as well. You might be a bit miserly in your behavior sometimes, Sandeep, but it's not a bad thing. And then your income growth is looking very, very strong with those three planets in the 11th house, with Mercury being in exaltation. So it actually uplifts the other planets as well. Let me quickly see. So you are running your Rahu Dasha. It Your Rahu Dasha for many people is usually very tough. I anticipate it would not have been as bad for you. And you had a good period to get married earlier. S- s- mm, yeah, Sandeep. Yes, you're saying you're a miser. Thank you for confirming. Can I do a business or job? You might have started with a job, and there's a very high probability of you continuing in job because your sixth lord is sitting in the fifth house. But there's also an indicator that your seventh lord Venus is sitting in the 11th. It is getting niche bhang because it is in Kendra to Mercury as well as Moon. So you might have to pivot from one to another. So you might have started with a job, and at some point in time, you will pivot towards this thing. You had a very good probability of getting married earlier in 2021. So I'm not sure if you've explored that possibility or not. Um, I think next window you are going to have. Uh, See, there could be windows before as well. It's looking a little tricky. Moon can help you. Yeah. Yes. Actually, there was a good possibility until 5th of March. Even till end of March, you have a good chance of finding some partner. Okay. Um, हाँ उसके बाद में till 2025 April it looks tough to me. Till 2025 April it looks tough to me. But once the Jupiter Dasha starts, then there is a good possibility in 2026. Sorry, but that is how it is. Okay. So, endure and survive. If you've put any question, it has to be prompted. I'm assuming you're sending a thanks, but I have to go back to the list because endure and survive, it doesn't allow me to do this thing. But thank you for contributing to the channel, and I really appreciate. Um all right, let's quickly jump back to the question from Tane. Going back to the list. Mm, 24th April 1997. 24th April 1997. 5 p.m. Indore. 17 Indore. Guys, I'll sip my tea as well. I've just come blank since morning. Your question is, how would be your married life? It's tricky. You have Rahu Ketu in the 1-7 axis, and Saturn is sitting in your seventh house. Um, but Saturn is going to be helping you because it's the Lord of fifth, sitting third to itself. You could marry somebody of your choice. There is an exchange of Jupiter and Saturn as well. So Jupiter's debilitation is getting cancelled because Saturn is sitting in Kendra. But there could be issues, is what I'll say. Please watch out. Please watch out. Do a Kundali matching before getting married, please. Very high chances you will marry the person of your choice. Um, but there could be a lot of issues cropping up, and you are running Mercury Dasha, which is in retrograde as well, sitting in the 8th house. Yes, there could be trouble. So please watch that out. Um, so we'll pick up Nandini's question as well now. Oh boy, Nandini, sorry, just a second. Satyam has just sent something, so I need to just respond to him. There is a ticker that starts bloody 26. Nandini, I will come back to you. Um, 12 p.m. Gaya, Bihar. So your question is your chart good for a tech startup? Satyam, your 10th house has Saturn, which is combust, but you have Sun and Mercury. Mercury is also combust, forming Buddha Titya Yoga there. And Mercury is in its own sign. It's the Lagna Lord which is sitting in 10th. Okay, so it's a good thing. And Mars and Moon, with Moon in its own sign again in the 11th. Very nice. Yeah. See, tech startup is going to be good for you. It's not a bad idea, but Sun is there. It's going to help, but it has combust Saturn and Mercury. Okay, so some or the other issues will keep cropping up. 100%. There could be errors, mistake in calculations, and things like that. But even your combust Mercury is going to help you. Okay, Saturn is till next year, 2025 till April, and then Mercury will start. I think next year will be a better year for you. 2025 onwards is going to be better for you, Satyam. And please watch out that you have. Okay, no, so sorry, it's not coming into play. Yeah, so you can definitely start, but the growth will be a little stunted. It will be slow, and it will increase during the Mercury Mahadasha over the course of time. Okay, you will see specifically good period in the year 2031, 32. Very good period. Okay, that will be the year to shine. So do not stop at that point in time. But yes, tech startup is something you can do. You could also think of fintech. Okay, fintech is also going to be interesting for you, Satyam. So that should help. All right, coming back to the regular queue. Uh, Nandini is the next question. 1st of September 83. 1st of September 1983. 6:22 p.m. So 18:22 p.m. Jamshedpur, Jharkhand. Okay. So let's see what is Nandini's question. Have appeared for one interview. Will be able to clear it. How will this change be? Yeah, come on. You guys can't be asking for one interview. Your Mars is debilitated in the 6th house. Nandini, check out the Aquarius monthly reading for the month of March. I've given a good indicator there. Okay, somebody has sent. I'll just finish up with Nandini and then I will come to you, Darshil. Give me 1 second, okay? So that is the case. You are running Saturn Dasha, and Nandini, Saturn is going on. Your Saturn is exalted, so your luck is going to favor you on that side. Actually, that's going to be lucky. But on the job front, something or the other tricky will continue to happen in your case, because you are struggling from a Mars, debilitated Mars there. But the good part is that Moon is exalted, so you will face initial troubles, but then you will keep coming out of it. Okay, so I hope that helps you. And your interview is, all I can say is that let's just hope for the best. Um, Yeah, because March. So I hope if something happens after March, that would be better for you rather than March. If the result is awaited in March, it's going to be tough, Nandini. Okay, Darshil is the next question. Um Darshil is 2111, 2111, 2000. Time is 21 p.m. Very nice. And Darshil, you've not put you've not put the place. Okay, so you've not put the place Darshil. That's the challenge. I request you to please update that, and then I can come back to you. All right, endure and survive has. In the meantime, I will do endure and survive, and I will come back to you. So endure. Uh, endure. I'm assuming you're a guy. Okay, so I'm preparing your chart, keeping that in mind. 11th May, 1982. 1802. Thank you guys when you put it in this refined manner. Kolkata. Okay. So endures. Quick question. Start new business, shift to new house. Overall things. Endures Dasha is right now Mangal Dasha. Mangal. I have not made the video. Yeah, I'm delayed on that. Okay. And then you are running Mars Jupiter. Okay. Perfect. Now I know what is happening. So your Jupiter is in retro in the first house. It's your Lagna Lord. I think you're a very spiritual, kind-hearted kind of a guy, and you speak a lot. You are like you preach everybody. So I'm 100% confident of this. You might not like it. I'm not saying in a bad way, okay? But you are a preacher, big time preacher. So your 10th lord is sorry, fourth lord Saturn is sitting um, ninth to itself, which is nice. So you should have made a house. Okay, you should have definitely made a house. If not, uh, after December of 2024, you will definitely make it. Okay, all the way till 2026. uh, you should definitely get a chance to build your house. That is very high chances. Sometimes Saturn being such a big planet, it might show effects 2-3 months in advance as well. Okay, so you could see that happening. It's going to be good for you. Actually, Jupiter is in retro, so it could impact that proactively. But I definitely see that thing happening. And new business, boss, your sun is sitting in exaltation. Beautiful. Okay. And the lord of that is sitting six to itself, but it is in also in retro mode. And Mercury is forming a Vipreet yoke for you. Venus is also exalted and aspecting that Mars. Very interesting. Very interesting. So, business, if you is your question, start a new business. Actually, right now, your this thing start your dasha is going on. Yes, your dasha is going on. You can definitely explore. Jupiter is also going to be aspecting your seventh house, and your dasha is going on. So there is a possibility of you doing that. But I will request you to try and do it in parallel for some time. Okay, but you will make gains out of it. Don't worry, you will make gains out of it, and you will overall do well. There could be some turbulent period in 2027, by the way. Just be careful of that. But you should be able to do well. Hmm? So I hope that answers your question. um, Darshil, have you put your place or not? Because Acha, you're from Kanpur. Oh my gosh, Darshil, I am from Kanpur as well. क्या बात है? अब तो कुछ मजा आ गया. That's nice. 2000. Okay. Time of birth is 21 p.m. Kanpur. Ram is saying hi. My message is not showing. Ram, I'm not sure. I'm getting all the messages that I'm reading on the screen, and I'm responding to them. Yes, I have gone a little bit of the regular cycle because of the paid questions that are coming to me. So I have to respond to them. But Darshil's question is, how would your overall this thing be? Darshil, you have Rahu in your first house, Saturn, Jupiter, both in retrograde in your 12th house, Sun is in your sixth house, Mars and Moon in your fourth house, Mercury in your fifth house, Ketu and Venus in your seventh. Okay. So first of all, you will do job. One broad prediction I want to make for you, there's a very high chance that you will do job. I see very less probability of you doing business. uh, please uh, have a check on your chart before getting married. Nothing is wrong. Good thing is that Venus and Jupiter are doing exchange, okay? But there will be some, like, good amount of fighting with your spouse, okay? That trouble is there, but at the same time I see that you might find your partner of your own choice. So just get your chart read and validated, and then I think everything should be okay. You are running Rahu Dasha, which is sitting in your Lagna, okay? So it is like your it's sitting in the sign of Mercury, so it's not a bad position, Darshil. But Rahu Dasha is a critical Dasha. So I need you to be watchful. 2025 to 2026 June of 2025 till June of 2026. Be very very careful in terms of any kind of relationships. After that period will improve. Okay, so that's the general prediction you wanted, and I have given that to you. Let me quickly jump. SW Shiv has asked next question. Shiv's question is 1/6/1997. 1/6/1997. I will come back to the rest of the list, guys. Just please be patient. 1816, Akola, Maharashtra. So Shiv's question is that he wants to see if he can be successful as a construction contractor and take government tenders. Okay. So Jupiter debilitated. Where is Saturn? Saturn is an exchange. Chalo, good. And Saturn is aspecting Rahu 6th in 11th. Very nice. Ketu and Moon भी यहाँ पे आ गया. Moon is very troubled. Where is Jupiter? Jupiter aspect नहीं दे पा रहा. Okay. Mm, very nice. So your 10th lord is sitting in your 7th house, 10th to itself. Okay. So you will definitely do business, Shiv. This is guaranteed. You will do business. Okay. There is no doubt in my mind about it. And Mars is sitting in your 10th house in the sign of Sun. Halaki Mars is the lord of 6th, but I will not see it from that angle, because I will see it from an enemy angle, that you will find creative ways to beat your competition. So that's going to be good, but it is your Lagna lord coming in the 10th house. Amazing. So yes, you will be able to get into construction business. You will have some sort of licensing with government contracts as well, and you should be able to do good there as well. And you want to start agriculture business? Agriculture business, I will say 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. So agriculture business could be okay for you. Like, um it'll like, don't expect a very huge amount of income from that, but it will bring average amount of income, and you will see average amount of growth. But construction is going to be good for you. Okay, construction work is going to be good for you. Agriculture you can do, by the way. You can do, you don't need to stop, it will help you. But construction is going to be very good, Shiv. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. We will take Sanjana's question now. Sanjana, female, 8th of April 1996, 15 p.m. Hi Goldie, good to see you. Goldie, my finger is still broken. Yeah, it doesn't bend anymore. See, that's the maximum I can. I have to type with the remaining three, but I'm doing my physiotherapeutic exercises to find some solution for it. But thank you for asking, Goldie. Good to see you after a long time. Nandini, I already answered your question. Okay, I already answered your question. Go back, revise. I think you left the chat and you're coming back again. That is why you did not see it. I've answered your question. So I'm answering Sanjana's question right now. Shiv, I've answered your question as well. And every time I put a heart on the paid consultation, means that question is responded. Okay. New Delhi. Okay, New Delhi for Sanjana. Mm, Sanjana, you are a Leo Lagna. Your sun is sitting with Saturn, Mars, and Ketu in the eighth house. Baap re baap. You are going to have some very high political connects in life. Sometime in future, I'm telling you. Uh, Prospects of pursuing MBA in the second half of the year. Uh, you are running Venus Dasha, my friend Sanjana. You're running Venus, and under Venus, you are having Venus Rahu, and yeah, after June, I think you could get admission, and it's all the way till हाँ, so 7 5 और यहाँ पे 7 8 9 yes. So you know, June to September you have a very good chance of uh, getting an admission for MBA college, and it's a very high probability. By the way, your moon is debilitated, so I will recommend you don't strive for international MBA. Try and do it in India. International MBA will put you in a lot of loans and it might be tough. I'm telling you right now. Okay. So it could be tough. But thank you for asking the paid question and supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. I see another paid support that has come to the channel, and this is from Kokila Narayan. Kokila, I think uh, you either you've missed putting a paid question, sorry, a question, or something is not right. So if you want to ask a question, then you had to put a question along with your super chat. If that is just a thank you and you're trying to appreciate the effort, Kokilaji, thanks a lot. Really, thankful that you've supported the channel. I really appreciate that. Okay. I will quickly jump back to the list that I was following, and is so apologetic that we keep on digressing from the list, but we are now back to this thing. Nandini, your question was already answered. Pradeep Pardeep Kapoor is finally we are going to pick up. Um Pardeep's question 13 4 1990, 13 4 1990, 15 20, Hoshiarpur. Hoshiarpur, Punjab. All right, and the question is, I've been in the UK for the last 13 years, didn't get settlement yet, and visit home. When can I expect? Um, your moon is debilitated. You're in the fourth house, and your Mars is in the sign of Saturn. Saturn is sitting in a way 12th to itself and also in its own sign. You will continue to do job. So you are trying to settle in your career, I think, Pardeep, but you are not getting settled, and I see very difficult because I don't think international place is going to suit you. Your lord of 12th is in debilitation itself. It is not getting any support from the debilitated place, which is Mars. And Saturn is and Rahu both are aspecting this. So you will keep trying hard. See, because Rahu is also a sign of foreign connection, you will keep trying hard. And what would happen is that you could stay, but it will not result into good growth. I don't think it's a wise decision that you are doing this. Um, because there is a lot of struggle, a lot of struggle for you staying in this situation. And I don't know about your married life, but I see a lot of, I should not be commenting it. If this was a one to one thing, then I can give some comments, but I just want to tell you that please be careful. Whatever you are doing, just be careful. Okay. uh, and you are running Ketu Dasha. Oh my gosh. See, Ketu, it has taken you in the foreign land, but you need to understand that place in itself is in a very turbulent stage. It's in a very turbulent stage, and this period, oh my gosh, it is. I can only imagine that you might be going through a tough period. I Sorry, boss. Sorry, I don't have any great news for you, Pradeep. I'm trying to find some avenues. I need to put in a detailed effort to understand this right now. But to answer your question, it is not going to be very great situation as you might have imagined. Good luck and keep doing that. And now I will jump back. Sif, you've put a paid question request. Um, but what is the question, Sif? Is this just a thank you that you're trying to give? Uh, because I don't see I don't see a question with itself. So and Kokila also did the same. So I'm assuming you guys are sending thanks to my side, and that's so very thankful, Sif. Thank you for doing that. Uh, yeah, Pardeep, I know you're talking about depression and stuff, and I already meant in that direction. So um I'm so sorry. Pranay, Karant, you were saying your super chat is not showing up. Hold on, guys. Let me click on fan funding. So no, your super chat has not come. Means your payment has not been processed. That's why it does not come. So maybe it might be coming across as if your payment has got processed, but it is not the case. Sif, thank you for the contribution. Ram, thank you for the contribution again. But you guys are, when you are sending super thanks or super chat, you need to be careful. You need to put in your question as well. Okay, so I don't see any question from Ram as well, because Ram, if you put 40 rupees and you think I'm going to find a question, if you've pasted somewhere else, there is a huge list of questions that is coming from everybody. Yeah, I know Zankt HUF is a Hungarian currency. I'm aware of it, but I don't see Sif's question. So that's the point I'm trying to make here. So Sif, if you are listening to me right now, and if you have a question that you're trying to put, then please put it around it. Same way, Ram, if you have uh, mm, a question, please put the question as well so that I can understand what you're trying to do. I've just put a like there, but that is all I can do right now. Okay, so like other people, they've put a question along this thing, that is a super chat, so you got to pick that. And sometimes if you're trying to put a very small amount, it will not show. Okay, because I'm sitting in US, it reduces the amount way lower, so you just might want to check that. uh, like 1 rupee, 2 rupee kind of a thing will not come into this thing. So I'm trying to go back to this thing, and I am committing this to Kokilaji, to Sif, and to Ram, that if you kind of revise and come back with your questions and highlight it somehow with a much smaller contribution, I will just quickly jump, because I will not be able to see the highlight without you guys prompting on it. So I'll go back to the list. Okay. Um, and something has happened to the list. Yeah, man, it has messed up. Uh, yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. The list has got messed up because all the previous questions, they somehow have got this thing. So the flow with which I was going, that thing has been kind of passed through by YouTube. So I will pick up the ones which the oldest question that I can see on the screen, and then I will start responding based on that. And of course, if some fan funding comes, then I am bound to respond to that question. Okay. So let me pick up the question from Just Jyoth that I see in the list. Just Jyoth. Question is how to flex muscle memory arthritis and yet to pass driving exam. That's a very interesting question, Just Jyoth. Uh, okay, let's try that. This is very interesting question. 8th Jan, um, 1990, 4:29 a.m. Kolkata. This is one of the most peculiar questions, and I'm not even confident I have an answer to you learning your car driving skills. But let's see. I'll drive. I'll try a connection. Okay, car is your asset, so it's your fourth house. Learning can be seen both from the fourth and the fifth house. So we will go fourth from your this thing is which is your seventh house where moon is sitting in exaltation, and if I see fifth, Jupiter is sitting in retro in the enemy sign. Lord of that is sitting in the second house, which is aspecting it, and the Lord of this thing. So one way is to see that. The other way is learning ability. Okay, and that is your fifth house, which is one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four, four places away, and it is again aspecting this thing. It is in retrograde. So I this is so peculiar, but okay, keeping both of those things in mind, I think you should be able to learn, because it's eventually Jupiter that is coming into play. You should be able to get your driving license next year. This is the most peculiar. Actually, after September of 2024, you should be able to get your driver's license, and you should be able to crack it. Jupiter is going to help you do it. Okay. I love this question. It's a very different question that has come my way, and I enjoyed it. Okay. So um, I have answered most of these paid questions. Yes. Ram. Okay, yes. So Sif has come with a question. Sif, thank you. I can see your question now, and it is a paid question, so I'll quickly respond to it. Okay. One second. So, where is your question? Sif, 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 Sif. Yeah. Sif, I'm assuming you're a female. When can I get married? I was born 19th Jan 1983. 19th Jan 1983. Okay. Um, 029, and then place of birth is Budapest. Okay. So your question is specifically with respect to marriage. You are a Libra Lagna. Saturn is sitting in your Lagna. Okay, it is an exaltation. You might have been a picky person. I get a feeling. Saturn does bring in delays, but it is not a bad. I mean, it doesn't deny you marriage. Okay, it doesn't deny you marriage. Uh, you have your Mars is your seventh lord. It is sitting 11th to itself in the sign of Aquarius. Okay, and it is sitting with Moon, and you should have like good romantic this thing going on for you. You've never had an issue, I think. In okay, okay, one second. So, okay, Rahu is aspecting it. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Rahu is giving an aspect. I did not realize that, sitting from the ninth house. Hmm. So let's quickly look at your dashas. So your question is when, right? So Sif, to answer your question, MAD, I'm coming to your this thing as well. Okay. Uh, Larbi, I'm coming to you. So Sif, you are running your Mercury dasha. Okay. And you have Mercury, Jupiter, and then Mercury, Saturn comes into place. Saturn will give you a good probability. So post March, post second half of this month, you will have a good probability of getting married, or finding the right partner and then get married. I think best period within this will be in 2026, in the second half of 2026. But you should build your relationship during this period. It should be very helpful. You are a Venus Lagna. You have Venus exchange with Saturn as well. Beautiful. You will have a good house. You will take care of your house, keep it very good looking and stuff. And your period is coming. Okay. 2024, second half of the March onwards, all the way till end of November of 2026 is an excellent period. Especially last 4 months of 2026 is an excellent period for you to get married. You will have a window next year as well from March to August to get married, but 2026 is the best window. But this is a period where you should be able to find that partner of choice. Okay, you will be able to find that partner of choice. All right, now we will come to the next one. So, Sif, thank you have answered that. I will come back to the other questions. Larbi, actually, Kokila had put the question before you, and I need to respond to Kokila first, and then I will come to you, Larbi. So it's already on top of my mind. Okay, give me 1 second, because Kokila's question she paid before as well, and she forgot to put her question. So I will address this right now. 20. Kokila, female, 20 month, yeah, 1081, 10 1981, hours 7:52 a.m. 7:52 a.m. and place of birth is Bangalore. I'll take Bangalore urban, okay? Kokilaji, I'll take Bangalore urban, and based on that, I'm going to give you quick. So, you're asking for a new job, okay? Your Jupiter is sitting 12th to itself, sorry, 7th to itself. It is the Lord of your 6th sitting in the 12th house with an exalted Mercury, which is very, very nice. Okay. And that Mercury is in retrograde, as it is combust as well, and retro as well. Retro, combust, and exalted. And it's sitting with a combust Saturn, and Jupiter is combust as well. The Sun is sitting in the first house. Acha, okay. Ah. And your 10th house has Moon Rahu. You have the placement like Mahatma Gandhi. Interesting. So, job change, let me quickly tell you. You are running Ketu Dasha, first of all, Kokilaji. Be very, very careful. If you have not watched my Ketu Mahadasha video, please do that, because you are running Ketu Dasha and you are running Ketu Saturn. Okay. Don't do a job change right now. New job, it is tough. Wait for 2025 to come. That will be a better period. Don't change your job right now. If you change, you will not be happy with your job. After January of 2025, Kokilaji, you get a better possibility of switching a job, and that job could be with some kind of a foreign connection as well. It could be either working in a MNC or working abroad. Some sort of that kind of a movement is also what you're going to get. Okay. And Ketu is aspecting your 12th house. So that is also a possibility, but do not change a job right now. This year is not good for a job change, Kokilaji. Okay. So I will click that heart. That means that question is done. I will now come to Larbi and address Larbi's question. Larbi is male. Thank you, Larbi, for that. That is helpful. 19th June 1981. 19th June 1981. 12:34 p.m. Tangier. Tangier. Morocco. Yes, got it. Okay, so what are my weaknesses and strengths? Timing of marriage. So Jupiter, Saturn sitting in the first house. It's a neutral connection. Your Lagna Lord is Mercury. Mercury is combust, retrograde, sitting in the 10th house with Sun and Venus. Uh, and your Rahu is in Cancer sign in 11th. Actually, Rahu Ketu placement is still very good. Okay. And your this thing 11th Lord is sitting in the 4th house. Very good, very good. So you will be motivated to build your assets, build your bring in growth. Highly driven to bring that, to find gains and wish fulfillment in your life. That is going to be very, very prominent in your chart. Okay. Second thing is Lagna Lord sitting in the 10th house. Mercury is your Lagna Lord, okay, ascendant Lord as we call it. It is sitting in the 10th, but it is combust. So you could be workaholic, you could be driven by work, but somewhere or the other, you keep on making mistakes also in your work. Calculation mistakes, planning mistake, assessment mistake, or if you're not making mistakes, something wrong, some kind of an obstacle keeps coming your way as well, which causes a lot of trouble. But we are very motivated. I'm telling you, you are very motivated person, very driven, And career wise, you should be doing well in the long run. You just finished Rahu in 2023, so that is interesting because you should have made a lot of gains in the Rahu Mahadasha. If that has not happened, I'm surprised. But you should have made a lot of income and gains during uh, from the period 2005 to 2023. You would have seen a rise in terms of your income and wish fulfillment. Now you've started Jupiter Dasha. Okay, Jupiter is sitting in your lung. You are a preacher. Okay, you would love to give lots of thoughts, ideas, sometimes all the level to the level of spirituality as well. And you are, see, at the deep heart, you're a good soul. Your ninth lord is sitting in the 10th. Okay, you do not like to cause harm to other people or disrupt, but sometimes if you get angry, it's not a good thing to for anybody to be your enemy. That is also true. Okay, but you don't like to, you don't like to get into unnecessary situations. uh, and deep inside, heart is very good. Why I'm saying this? If you understand Vedic astrology, Dharma Lord is sitting in the Karma. Very good placement. It's a yoga of 9 and 10 happening. Kendra and Trikon yoga also coming into play. So brings a lot of positivity to the character of the person. You're running Jupiter Dasha, so you just started it. It's going to be till August 2025. It's going to be a good, interesting Dasha in the sphere of your kids, married life, and again spiritual connections. You'll go grow spiritually as a person during this period. Okay, so I hope that gives you an understanding, and that was helpful. Kokilaji, I've answered your question. Laksh Bora has the next question. I need to pick that up. Uh, okay, 31, uh, 3, 1996. What's the time? 5 a.m. Nagaon. 5 a.m. Nagaon. Nagaon, Assam. Okay. Laksh Bora's question is, will I get success in civil service examinations? Attempts gone in last 3 years, but no success. Career aspects. Okay. So Laksh, you have, oh my gosh, that's some chart. One, two, three, four, five planets sitting in one house, in your Kendra house. Okay. You have Mars, Mercury, Sun, Saturn, and Ketu. And the problem is, other than Ketu, everything is combust. Then you have Lagna Lord sitting in the 10th house. Hmm. Rahu is sitting in your 7th. Rahu is in the sign of Mercury. Ketu is in the sign of Jupiter. Very nice. You'll be very spiritual overall. Moon is sitting in the 5th house in the own sign. Venus is sitting in the own sign in the 3rd house. Okay. So let me check the Dasha also, because you are facing trouble, right? And Jupiter is the Kendra is sitting in Kendra is this thing as well, and then Mercury is also a lot of two Kendra houses and sitting in the center, which is good. Uh, and Mercury's debilitation, that is not getting addressed. Mercury's debilitation is not getting addressed. Actually, it is getting. It is sitting Kendra to Jupiter, so it is okay. Neej Bhanga is happening for Mercury. That was important, but the problem is Saturn, Mercury, Mars, all of them are combust. Okay. Boss, when did you give your three attempts, Lakshya? If those attempts were before 2023, then I understand why you've not succeeded. Okay. But if you have any attempt left till June of 2024, please do that. Yeah, please do that. June of 2024, if you give some attempt in any examination, very, very, very high chances you will crack that government examination. See, after that, you have Mars Dasha. It's a good period, but Mars is combust. So your motivation, your energy, your drive might also come down, which is a problem, Lakshya. And Rahu is also aspecting that house, so it will be an okay possibility for you to crack it. Sorry, my MacBook is giving multiple reminders this morning. Okay, so that should be the case. And then see, bunch of you are pinging for this thing there. Guys, you can ping on Instagram if you want to get paid reading and you want to reach out for that. So I can address it on Instagram. So coming back, Lakshya, it's a very, very good period. Please do not miss it. Okay. And then, yeah, so 2024, these two windows I'm telling you, you should be able to crack it. June tak to just give your heart and soul. Even till October, it is okay. Lesser probability, but it is okay. And the problem for this is either your efforts go down or you do a lot of calculation mistakes because of that combust Mercury. Please try and fix that. You have to be, you have to become slow. Mars is combust, so a hurry is not going to help you. Being in a rush is not going to help you. Okay. So I hope that is helpful and answers your question. Gaurav, 27 11 27 11 1991. 23 p.m. Anand, Gujarat. And quickly, your question is good or bad overall? Yeah, this is like a very dumb question. Good or bad overall doesn't. Gaurav, sorry, yeah, but every chart is good. Your chart is very good. Without seeing the chart, I can tell you it is very good. Rosita, yeah, I don't see any this thing paid funding from you. I'm so sorry. Uh, but somebody else also commented that they've paid and it is not coming. I'm not sure what's the reason, but I don't see any paid question coming in from your end, Rosita. So I'm so sorry about that, but I need to just quickly respond to GK and I'll come back to you, Rosita. Okay. uh, so your chart, see, your lagna lord is sitting in the lagna, first house sitting in first, Jupiter is in a decent place in the second house, Venus is debilitated in the third. You will not be putting a lot of hard work. Okay. Saturn in the seventh, it is sitting in its own sign. um, so yeah, and you will do good job, you will continue doing a good job. You might marry someone known through your either either with your own efforts or through your father's recommendation as well. It could be love come arranged marriage as well. I don't know if that has happened in your case or not, but there is a definite possibility. But overall, it's a very good chart. um, and multiple good positions in the in the chart for you. Okay. As you grow older, you will become more and more spiritual as well. And your sun dasha is running, make good use of it, make good gains out of it. Moon dasha is coming, which is going to be very, very good. It's going to be the dasha of your lagna lord, so it should be a very good dasha. Okay. uh, Rosita, I see that you've stated that you've paid. I'm not sure why, but yeah, see, Rosita, there is a lot of challenge in terms of payments getting processed. Okay. And the reason is because of the internet, this thing, you will realize later that the payment hasn't gone through. So just check on that and it should work. Pratyush, I will pick up very quickly. 26 8 2004, 26 8 2004. uh, Sorry, 6:28 a.m. 6:28 a.m. Maharashtra. Darwa, Maharashtra. Pratyush is. You don't have any question, Pratyush. So I don't know. I'll just give a quick general reading for 40 rupees. Lagna Lord is Sun. Sun is sitting in the Lagna itself. It is a very good placement. Mercury is combustion retrograde. Jupiter, sorry, Mars is also combust. Uh, Lakshya, I cannot give. I have just removed your chart, but my recommendation to you was that I just forgot your. Uh, Just let me come back to you, Laksh. 1 second. So sun is sitting in the own sign, gives you a lot of ego, confidence, as well. Okay, and Jupiter is the. You should do some sort of research work. Definitely. Okay, and you should get good education as well, Pratyush. Education should be good for you eventually, and whatever education you do, you try and do some sort of research in that. That is going to help you bring growth in your life. Okay, and you're running the dasha of your Lagna Lord, it is a very important dasha. Please watch my Sun Mahadasha video. It's going to give you a lot of understanding from that perspective. And yeah, okay. So, Laksha, I will come back to your question very quickly. 1 second, Laksha. I need to upgrade my software, guys, and I have to like, and that's why thank you for this fan funding, guys, because I need about see. The problem is that if you sit in India, the software is much cheaper, but it costs me roughly about 70,000 to buy it here in INR. Okay, and somebody who's contributing, for example, 40 rupees in this chat, just to give you a perspective. After conversions and everything, I will get about 5 rupees out of it, literally. So I have to get like 70,000 divided by 5, like 12,000, 14,000 such fundings to get that software. But I want to do it because I think it's going to be helpful for the people. Um, and Honestly, I started this activity as a hobby, but since the community is growing, my goal is not motivated towards money, but whatever collection I get, I invest it into getting more books, learning more stuff, educating myself. I'm still not perfect, so the idea is to educate myself and bring more this thing. So that's how I'm trying to do it. A lot of people, I mean, I don't plan to take money home because it's not in my chart. I know that. So it's better to invest and do something good karma for the people. So thank you for all this fan funding, guys. Someday I will accumulate enough to buy this. Okay, I was talking about Laksha Bora, and Laksha. What I said to you was that your sun dasha is running. You start offering arg to Surya. Okay, that is going to be very very helpful for you because it is going to address any kind of negativity. Start your day by touching feet of your father. Okay, that is also going to be helpful for you because again sun is a representation of that, and your father's blessing is going to be super helpful. Shivangi, okay, Lakshya, so that is the remedy and I've answered your question. Shivangi, my friend, you've put a payment here. Is there a question that you've put and I've missed? Because you've not put your question in place. um Yeah, guys, repeating the question is not going to help. Sanat, you have repeated your question about 5 6 times. I have to follow the sequence, and I'm trying to do that. But the problem is that if somebody is giving a paid reading, so if you like, if you want to jump the queue, then you have to, like others are doing. They don't want to wait, so they are doing this. Rosita, my Insta is on my channel details itself. If you've paid, don't worry, ping me on Insta. I will quickly, after this live reading, I will respond to you on Insta. Don't worry about it. If so, I've answered your questions before as well. Rosita the Labrador, I remember your name in my previous readings. I've answered your question. So if you've paid, yes, please send me a screenshot and I'll quickly record over voice and respond to you. So don't worry about it. And everybody who comes to this channel knows that I do take care of my audience. If I promise something, I have fulfilled it. So don't worry. I might just respond a little late because I've not had breakfast. Okay. So, but Shivangi, I need your question, my friend. Uh, I need your question, my friend. And my dog is also getting cranky that why the hell is uh, why the hell am I not coming? Rosita, let me. Okay, I've seen your question. Rosita, let me answer to you. Shivangi, in the meantime, if you see something, then please do. Rosita, I'm answering a question. I'm assuming you're a female. Okay, you are Kishore, so you are a guy. Kishore, your question is November 30, 1996. 30th November 1996. 5:45 a.m. 5:45 a.m. Uh, Palakulu. Palakulu. Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Palakulu. Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Your question is, please help me. How would it be in the coming months? Okay. So I'm answering Rosita's question right now. Rosita, the Labrador's question. Shivangi, I'm waiting for you to put in your question as well so that I can see. I know you've paid, but I don't see this thing coming in. I think YouTube has some issue. Okay. Uh, yeah, Kishore Sai, I'm responding to you. Don't worry, I'm responding to your question only, which is Rosita. Um See, your dasha right now, you are you've already started with Ketu Mahadasha. Oh boy, you've already started with Ketu Mahadasha. There must be a lot of problems from family front. And first of all, Kishore, please watch my Ketu Mahadasha video. A lot of times people do not spend time watching it. I've talked about remedies. I've talked about what is happening in each of that period. In the snapshot reading, like I cannot give every detail, Kishore, but this is definitely a tough period for you. It could be tough from a relationship standpoint. It could be tougher from a kid's perspective or education perspective as well, because your Ketu is impacting your fifth house. Then it is looking at your ninth house, 11th house, and your lagna. Yeah, so mentally also you will be a lot troubled. And while there is a connection between second and fifth, Jupiter is sitting in the second house, and your Scorpio, so it isn't sitting in the own sign, and it is a very good connection. But financially, also, you will face trouble right now. There is no respite. So, till June 2024, just be very, very, very patient, my friend. And hopefully, then you should be able to find some, some respite. Um Yeah. So Rosita or Kishore, that is my this thing to you. Hopefully you find what you seek, my friend. Oh, that's very kind of you, Kishore. That's okay. I've anyways answered your question, so I hope you had a chance to listen to it, and thank you for doing that. Again, Rajiv and Shivangi, you guys are sending. Okay, Shivangi, I see your question. Okay, I see your payment come through, but I was not seeing your question. Now I see your question as well. I'll quickly pick that up. And guys, I don't know. Other people are putting question with the payment, so you wanna check. It helps if you do that together. Shivangi's question is 9th August 1990. 9th August. August kya hai? 8th. 1990. Guys, I'll have to stop in few minutes. So just taking up as many questions on the paid side which are stuck there, okay? 1:50 a.m. Patna. 1:50 a.m. Patna, Bihar. Okay. So love come arranged marriage is possible or not? Is it peaceful? Your ninth lord, sorry, seventh house lord is Jupiter, which is sitting in exaltation. Beautiful. It is sitting with Ketu. It is okay. And Venus is also sitting there. It is in 0 degree. Achhi baat ye, nothing is combust. Venus is lord of your romance as well, and Mars is sitting in its own sign in 11th. So yes, ro- love marriage is very, 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 very much possible in your chart. Okay. Rahul, I'll come to your question. Sanat Shirodkar, I'll come to your question. Just give me a couple of minutes. I'm responding to another paid question itself. So it is very much possible. Uh, Come arrange, yes. Sun is sitting with an exalted Jupiter. So, yes, your father might agree towards it. There is a possibility of that happening as well. Okay. There is a good possibility of that happening as well. You will build your own luck, by the way. You will create your own luck. Okay. So that is going to be good. Love marriage is possible, but family perspective, you are a very soft spoken, nice, lovely talking person, Shivangi, and that is the one of the best things about you. So I hope that answers. Rajiv 502000, your question is not here. So once your question comes, I will respond to it, but in the meantime I will take a question from Rahul Sharma and Sanat Shirodkar. So um, at the last end of the call, I see you guys are still giving this thing and keeping me held up here. Okay. um, Date is 36 2000. Time is 3:47 a.m. Mapusa, Goa. Okay. Rahul, bro, I'm coming to you. So just hold on your thoughts. I'll just come to your question as well. What does my wealth status look like? Any precautions I need to take in the foreseeable future? Thank you. Okay. Jupiter, Moon, Saturn in Lagna. Moon is an exaltation forming Gaj Kesari Yoga. First of all, that is a very good thing. Venus is the Lagna Lord sitting in the second house. Please watch my Lagna Lord in different houses and second Lord in different houses video. It will give you a lot of idea, Sanat. I've done a very detailed reading around it. Your second Lord is sitting in the second house. Your Lagna Lord is sitting in the second house. Very good, but it is combust. That is the unfortunate thing. Don't worry. That means things will come with delay. Slowly and steadily, you will be able to make the savings and grow. But you have Gaj Kesari Yoga in your Lagna. It is a very good yoga. So, your overall wealth status looks very, very positive. Plus, your fourth house lord is sitting 11th to itself. There is a connection between 2 and 4. Again, watch that second lord video. It will give you that connection details as well. That is also a good thing, because you are running Rahu Dasha, and Rahu is in your third sign, third house, though it is in the Cancer sign. Again, Cancer is exalted, Moon is exalted. So, this is a very good period until 2029 for you to keep growing. Put a lot of efforts in your career, Sanat. You will do well. Business, profession, job, whatever you want to do, it's going to grow for you. Okay. So that's the response for you. Your wealth thing looks positive. It will take time, it will grow, and especially after that, after 2029, when the Jupiter Mahadasha comes, you will further expand on it. Good chart. Okay. Rahul Sharma, coming to you. Rahul Sharma, coming to you quickly. um, 28 5 1975. 28 5 1975. 6 a.m. Delhi. Okay. So, what is your question in New Delhi, India? Financial instability. When will income be regular? Will new ventures in partnership in Dubai and England be fruitful? Any chances of windfall gains in near future? Okay. So, Rahul, you have Sun, Mercury, Ketu sitting in the first house. Venus is your Lagna Lord. It is sitting second to itself with Saturn. And Rahu is in Scorpio. रिवर्स हो गया इन दोनों का. And then Jupiter and Mars. Jupiter is sitting in the 11th house with Mars. So if it was alone Jupiter, I would have got worried. Okay. Good thing is it is sitting with Mars, so Mars is going to give you that energy and this thing as well, drive to get it. But your Moon is in the eighth house, my friend. Your Moon is in the eighth house, so you take a lot of stress, Rahul. Huh? You take a lot of stress and you get worked up and you get worried with a bunch of things. So that's a turbulent situation here. Don't do that. um, let us look at your this thing, Mahadasha. Okay. You are running Rahu Ketu period right now. So period is good for you to be in uh, ventures and stuff. You've talked about foreign ventures. See, Dubai and England I cannot comment, but your 12th house lord is Mars. It is sitting 12th to itself, which means that there could problems also come related to this thing, but it is sitting in the house of gains, means foreign country is going to bring gains to you. And I will cover this in my series currently that I'm talking, and my YouTube videos as well. I will bring this topic as well. I have the same placement. So foreign land brings gains to you, so it will bring gains to you. But there will be ups and downs in the cycle as well, which is pretty predominant in the business cycle. Why? Because your seventh sign is Scorpio, Lord is Mars. It is sitting in the house of gains as well. So business through foreign connections is going to be good for you eventually. Okay. But your question is windfall gains. Plus, you are running through Rahu Ketu Dasha. Ketu, you currently you will have keep on having this thought that something is working, something is not working. You are trying stuff and it's not panning out. That kind of a situation will continue till November of this year. Okay, but your gains will start appearing. But you don't drop your shoulder. Don't drop your shoulder. You remain positive, Rahul, because all this crazy mad effort that you are going to put in the next 8 9 months, that is going to give you very good results for the next 3 years, because the antardasha of your lagna lord, which is Venus, is coming into play. It is sitting in the sign of Mercury. It is aspected by Moon. It is in Kendra from Moon as well. Very good. Halanki, your Moon is actually in a tough spot. Mental stress continuously will be there. You could be an overthinker as well. I see that possibility as well. But I see super aggressive growth from very good growth, very good expansion in business. Rahu is an expansionist. It will help you grow from November of 2024 to November of 2027. Those 3 years, violent growth can be seen. Windfall gains, I will not say, but I will see continuous growth because Mars is also aspecting. So you will be driven, motivated by energy. You need to expand on your circle. If you are trying to meet more and more people, you should do that. It is going to be super helpful for you. Okay. um, it is going to be super helpful. Spend time with your spouse and kids as well. I mean, their keeping them happy is going to bring growth to your business as well. I know this sounds counterintuitive, but I'm very confident of what I'm telling you. Okay. And boss, you start doing some puja of Shivji or something, because you need to address that particular aspect as well. That you need to fix your moon is aspecting your second house. It is aspecting your money and all that stuff. So when will income be regular? That regularity in income that you're seeking, it will come post 2024. Be patient. This year Ketu the antardasha is running for you. It is not easy. It is a tough antardasha. Okay. Under Rahu, it is a tough antardasha, but overall, I think it's a very good chart placement. I hope that answers your question. And thank you, Rahul, for your contribution towards this thing. I really appreciate that. Okay, Pardeep, I don't have your birth details with me. Okay, I think you put the birth details upstairs. Guys, I please don't. We can stop this thing because I need to take a break now. I'm trying to finish this thing. Pardeep says 13 4 1990 13 4 1990. Time is 15:20. Hoshiarpur 15:20. Hoshiarpur, Punjab. Okay. I've been told to stop puja part. Can you tell me why? Uh, and do Saturn Rahu remedy like throw coconut, black til dal in river? Can you suggest any remedies? Yeah, this. I'll tell you, Pradeep. Somebody told my mom also. My mom is running through Rahu Mahadasha, and somebody told my mother to do all this stuff. I never tell. At least I will not say it is bullshit, good or bad. I will never say that. But I don't believe in such things, and I will not. I am not recommending my mother. Okay, and I watch her chart as well to give you a perspective. So, see, first of all, your Ketu is running. My recommendation is start doing Ganesh Puja. Whosoever is telling you to stop puja part is the biggest moron. Okay, ignore such things. How can doing puja be not beneficial, and throwing coconut in river in you're living in UK, right? You are going to throw coconut in Thames. Is that going to be better? I mean, think about it logically. I'll say don't do anything, just be a good human. That is enough of a change. So Pardeep, whosoever is telling you this BS that don't do puja, it's not right. Please during this Ketu period start doing Ganpati puja. Okay. uh, Start doing Ganpati puja. your period is, like, unfortunately it's a tough period, I know that, and we've talked about it. Maybe it'll help you fix your international issues as well, because Ketu is sitting in your 12th house. Maybe this is the period. It could take you away from the foreign land, by the way. Ketu is going to detach you. You will be surprised what you are up for in the next 7 years. It's going to be very, very critical. But don't do all this remedy. Do puja. That's the first thing. Second thing is, uh, start taking care of your mother somehow. Support her. If you have your mother alive, support her, or women whom you consider like mothers. That is also going to be very, very, very good for you. Your moon is in bad situation. It needs fix. Okay, it needs fix. And yeah, if you do these two things, you've asked for remedy. If you do these two things, it will be such a positive remedy that I can't even comment on that more than that. So I hope you got this. Go ahead and watch that Ketu Mahadasha video. It will give you a breakup of every Antardasha every year for the next 7 years. You will get a lot of clarity, Pradeep. I know mentally you are broken right now. I already know this. I know after seeing your chart. But my friend, you have to do few things. Go and do that activity. And I know you had reached out to me for personal consultation. So once you do this, and you spend maybe 1 week doing this, then you can come back to me, and then we can discuss how this is helpful for you. Okay. So guys, I have addressed all questions now from a paid perspective. For the unpaid ones, I've stretched. I usually do 1 hour readings. I've gone ahead to do 1.5 hours. What I'm going to be trying and do is, I'm going to launch membership maybe, so the people who want to really get paid reading, and they need more time, they can and it's going to be committed, because every alternate week you are going to get dedicated reading for you, and I'll spend at least 3 to 5 minutes responding to you. And the intent of the snapshot is that I can spend 30 seconds, 60 seconds responding to people for the free ones who don't want to pay or who cannot afford. So give me some time to set that up. I will try and do that. I really appreciate every single person joining this session and showering your love and having that belief in me, guys. I really appreciate you guys having that belief. There are more than 2,000 followers now that I have on the channel, and I'm overwhelmed because I see that as a responsibility towards you. And I will try and be as honest and upfront in terms of bringing whatever best I can to the table to you guys. But I'm really tired since morning. I had a fast yesterday, Shivratri. So wishing you belated happy Shivratri to everybody. I've not eaten anything, guys, since last yesterday. I had very less dinner last night, so I'm kind of getting, and I'm diabetic. A lot of you might know. I'm getting dizzy now. I cannot speak more. But Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you for joining the session, and I will figure out a way to make this more efficient and effective for everybody. And uh, looking forward to this. Thank you, GK, for commenting that start membership. Yes, I was thinking it's a 799, 800 rupees, where you don't have to pay anything extra. You just pay that monthly membership. It is the cheapest way I could offer support to everyone. And what that does is that you get uh, at least one paid interaction with me, in a group session. Okay. So we'll do that. And sorry, guys, for all the questions I'm not able to say. Anita, I'm so sorry. Any questions that I've not been able to pick, I'll try and do in the next week. And let me, I think, figure out a strategy to divide and conquer. So the people who want more attention, they can be members, and then they can contribute to the growth of the channel as well as enjoy this thing. All right, guys, have a good weekend, and please watch the Lord in Different Houses video. It is a very good one, and I've also put a video on how to read your birth chart. So somebody who doesn't know that, please click that. It's a very short 20-minute video, but you will get good understanding of how to understand what's happening in your birth chart. Okay, have a good one. Love you all, and thank you for supporting Dev Astrology. Really appreciate that.